If you're over 60, that cheese you had with lunch could be silently raising your stroke risk by 80%. No chest pain, no warning signs. Just one moment you're chatting with your family, and the next, your words won't come out right. As a doctor specializing in senior health, I've watched too many patients discover this the hard way. Not from bacon or fried foods, but from cheese they thought was harmless. Most seniors believe all cheese is basically the same nutritionally, but certain varieties contain compounds that can spike blood pressure, trigger inflammation, and even interfere with medications. Today, I'll reveal 5 common cheeses that quietly harm aging bodies and 5 healing alternatives that actually protect your heart and brain. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and open the notification bell to not miss tips for healthy aging and longevity for seniors like you.
The plastic imposter on your sandwich. Here's something that might shock you. Those convenient orange squares you grab for sandwiches contain less than 50% actual cheese. The rest is a chemical cocktail designed to fool your taste buds into thinking you're eating real dairy. Millions of seniors reach for these processed cheese slices every day, believing they're getting calcium and protein for their bones. But what most people miss is that these plastic-wrapped squares are actually harming your health in ways you never expected. Just 2 slices pack over 600 milligrams of sodium. That's more than a quarter of your daily limit right there. But that's not even the worst part. These slices contain emulsifiers like polysorbate 80 that are actively destroying the good bacteria in your gut. Think of your digestive system like a carefully tended garden. Now imagine pouring industrial cleaner all over those delicate plants. That's exactly what these chemicals do inside your aging digestive tract. Recent research shows these emulsifiers increase something called intestinal permeability. Your gut lining develops tiny holes that allow toxins to leak directly into your bloodstream. This triggers inflammation throughout your entire body, affecting everything from your joints to your brain. Your immune system goes into overdrive trying to fight these invaders, leaving you feeling tired and run down. Then there are the artificial colors. Yellow 6 and yellow 5 give these slices their familiar orange glow. Laboratory studies have linked these dyes to allergic reactions and potential cancer risks. Seniors with compromised immune systems are especially vulnerable to these effects. The manufacturing process destroys any beneficial enzymes and alters the protein structure so much that your body struggles to use whatever calcium and protein remain. High heat and chemical treatments strip away everything that made the original milk nutritious. Here's the truth nobody wants to say out loud. These aren't really cheese at all. They're engineered food products designed for shelf life, not human health. Food scientists created them to last months in your refrigerator while looking and tasting like cheese. The next cheese trap is hiding in plain sight in your refrigerator's dairy drawer. 2. The convenience that's costing your health. Those time-saving bags of shredded cheese contain up to 4% wood pulp and potato starch by weight. You read that right. Wood pulp. The same cellulose they use to make paper is coating every strand of cheese in those convenient bags. Busy seniors gravitate toward pre-shredded cheese for easy meal preparation, not realizing they're paying premium prices for inferior nutrition that's been diluted with industrial additives. But what most people miss is how these anti-caking agents literally coat each cheese particle. Cellulose wraps around every piece like a microscopic plastic film, preventing proper melting and blocking nutrient absorption in your digestive tract. Picture trying to dissolve a vitamin that's been wrapped in plastic wrap. That's what happens when you eat this cheese. Watch what happens when you try to melt pre-shredded cheese. It clumps together in weird rubbery chunks that refuse to blend smoothly. The cheese fights against melting because those industrial additives create a barrier around each strand. Your body faces the same struggle, trying to break down and absorb whatever nutrition remains. Hidden inside these bags is 𝚃𝚎𝚎𝚘, an antifungal agent that disrupts beneficial gut bacteria with regular consumption. This antibiotic compound kills off the good bacteria your immune system depends on to function properly. For seniors whose immune systems are already working harder, this creates a dangerous cycle of weakening defenses when you need them most. The shredding process itself destroys nutrition by increasing surface area dramatically. More surface area means faster oxidation, which destroys beneficial nutrients while creating harmful compounds your aging body struggles to process. The extended processing and storage time also increases histamine content compared to block cheese, triggering headaches, digestive issues, and anxiety in sensitive individuals. The cheese manufacturers use for shredding is often the lowest quality available, loaded with hormones and antibiotics that accumulate in aging bodies over time. The shredding process introduces more opportunities for bacterial contamination, which explains why major recalls for Listeria and E. coli contamination happen regularly with pre-shredded products. The next cheese culprit comes in a jar and promises convenience but delivers pure toxicity. 3. The jar of hidden dangers. Most cheese spreads contain more modified food starch and oils than actual dairy products. That jarred cheese spread sitting in your pantry right now is basically thickened oil with artificial flavoring. Seniors reach for these shelf-stable jars because they promise easy spreading and long-lasting convenience for crackers and sandwiches. No refrigeration needed, no mess, just twist the lid and spread. But what nobody tells you is that the processing required to make cheese spreadable and shelf-stable for months destroys any nutritional value while adding harmful ingredients your aging body can't handle. These spreads contain partially hydrogenated oils, which are a direct source of artificial trans fats. Trans fats attack your cardiovascular system by raising bad cholesterol while lowering good cholesterol. For seniors whose hearts are already working harder, this creates a dangerous double hit that can lead to blocked arteries and heart attacks. The sodium content is astronomical, often exceeding 500 milligrams per tiny 2-teaspoon serving. These spreads put dangerous strain on blood pressure that's already vulnerable in aging bodies. That's nearly a quarter of your daily sodium limit in just 2 teaspoons. The sodium comes not just from salt, but from multiple sodium-based preservatives that keep the product stable on store shelves for months. Hidden inside these ingredient lists are MSG and glutamate compounds disguised as natural flavoring or yeast extract. These chemicals trigger headaches, heart palpitations, and anxiety attacks in sensitive individuals. Seniors are especially vulnerable to these reactions because aging bodies process these compounds more slowly. The manufacturing process strips away everything beneficial from the original dairy while adding artificial colors and flavors linked to allergic reactions and potential brain toxicity. The plastic packaging itself contains phthalates, hormone-disrupting chemicals that leach into the spread and interfere with your body's natural hormone balance. These spreads are essentially toxic cocktails, offering zero nutritional benefits while potentially causing significant harm to senior health. Regular consumption is associated with higher rates of obesity, diabetes, and heart disease in older adults. The next cheese seems more legitimate but hides equally dangerous secrets. 4. The all-American health threat. American cheese, despite its patriotic name, represents one of the most processed and nutritionally void cheese products available. This mild, familiar cheese has been a staple in senior households for decades, trusted for its gentle flavor and easy melting properties. You probably reach for it because it seems safer than stronger cheeses, perfect for grilled cheese sandwiches and burgers without overwhelming your taste buds. But what nobody tells you is that American cheese is actually classified as a cheese product rather than real cheese. It contains similar chemical cocktails to processed slices, but often with even more additives. The manufacturing process combines real cheese with emulsifiers, preservatives, and artificial colors that create a uniform texture while destroying everything beneficial. The high heat and chemical treatments strip away beneficial bacteria, enzymes, and fat-soluble vitamins that aging bodies desperately need for optimal function. These processing methods alter the protein structure so much that your body struggles to use whatever calcium and protein remain. The probiotics that naturally exist in real cheese get completely destroyed, leaving you with a product that offers no digestive support when your gut health needs it most. A single ounce contains 468 milligrams of sodium. That's 20% of your daily limit in just one slice. The excessive sodium content and artificial preservatives accumulate in senior bodies, contributing to hypertension and kidney strain over time. Regular consumption puts dangerous pressure on organs that are already working harder as you age. The homogenized texture and artificial consistency mask the absence of real nutritional value, creating a false sense of nourishment. Food scientists designed this product to look and taste like cheese while lasting months in your refrigerator. The smooth melting and mild flavor trick your brain into thinking you're eating something nutritious. Regular consumption provides empty calories while displacing space for truly nourishing foods that could support healthy aging. Instead of getting beneficial nutrients your body craves, you're filling up on processed chemicals that offer zero health benefits. The final harmful cheese is considered a delicacy, but poses the greatest risks of all.
5. The moldy menace that triggers migraines. Blue cheese contains extraordinarily high levels of tyramine, a compound that can spike blood pressure to dangerous levels in susceptible seniors. This gourmet favorite attracts many older adults with its bold flavor and sophisticated appeal at social gatherings. You probably reach for it at wine nights or dinner parties, enjoying its complex taste that makes you feel cultured and refined. But what nobody tells you is how the mold in blue cheese produces mycotoxins. These toxic compounds accumulate in aging bodies and cause neurological symptoms that most people never connect to their cheese habit. The Penicillium roqueforti mold creates these toxins during the fermentation process, and regular consumption puts dangerous levels into your system over time. Picture this scenario that happens more often than you'd think. A senior enjoys blue cheese with crackers at dinner, savoring the sharp, tangy flavor. 3 hours later, they wake up with a splitting headache and racing heart from tyramine overload. Their blood pressure has spiked to dangerous levels, but they have no idea the cheese caused it. Blue cheese is loaded with histamines that trigger everything from headaches and hives to anxiety and insomnia in people with histamine intolerance. Studies show blue cheese contains up to 10 times more histamines than most other aged cheeses, making it particularly problematic for the estimated 1 to 3% of the population with histamine sensitivity. Seniors are especially vulnerable because aging bodies process these compounds more slowly. The strong flavor can mask when the cheese has gone bad, leading to serious food poisoning risks for seniors with compromised immune systems. That sharp, pungent taste you expect makes it nearly impossible to detect spoilage until it's too late. A single ounce packs over 400 milligrams of sodium, and most people use more because the bold flavor is addictive.
This delicacy combines high tyramine, histamines, inflammatory fats, and excessive sodium into one of the riskiest cheese choices for aging bodies. The saturated fat is particularly high in palmitic acid, which research shows is more inflammatory and harmful to cardiovascular health than other types. The good news is that the next section reveals cheese varieties that actually heal and protect senior health.
6. The Alpine superfood that fights inflammation. Swiss Gruyère contains Propionibacterium bacteria that produce compounds capable of reducing inflammation and lowering cholesterol naturally. This ancient cheese is made from raw milk of cows grazing on pristine alpine meadows, creating a unique nutritional profile unavailable in factory-made cheeses. For centuries, Swiss farmers have perfected this process, unknowingly creating one of the most healing foods available to seniors today. But what most people miss is how the 12-month aging process breaks down proteins into easily absorbed peptides that aging digestive systems can utilize more efficiently than regular dairy. Your body can absorb these di- and tripeptides directly without requiring further digestion. This means you get the muscle building and tissue repairing benefits without straining your digestive system the way regular dairy often does. Swiss studies show elderly individuals who regularly consume Gruyère maintain muscle mass more effectively than those who get protein from other sources. The Propionibacterium bacteria create vitamin B12 in amounts that exceed almost any other food source. This vitamin is vital for neurological function and red blood cell production, both critical for seniors. Gruyère boasts the highest levels of glutathione precursors of any cheese. These precursors help your body produce glutathione, the master antioxidant critical for detoxification and immune function. The specific amino acid profile, particularly high levels of cysteine and glycine, naturally boosts glutathione production when seniors need cellular protection most. The impressive amounts of phosphorus, zinc, and selenium work together to support bone health, immune function, and thyroid health in aging bodies. These minerals are essential for maintaining overall health and are particularly beneficial for older adults who may be at risk of deficiencies. Recent research reveals that aged Gruyère contains lactopeptides, compounds that naturally lower blood pressure. This offers a food-based approach to cardiovascular health without medications or supplements. The propionic acid produced during aging reduces inflammation throughout your body while naturally lowering cholesterol levels. This isn't just cheese. It's a complete nutritional powerhouse that actively supports healthy aging at the cellular level, providing benefits your body desperately needs as you age. Before I tell you the 5 powerful cheeses that heal you, please comment down below your age, gender, and what type of cheese you are eating based on the first 5 harmful cheeses. I promise I'll get back to you.
7. The 18-month miracle that builds stronger bones. When Gouda ages for 18 months or longer, it transforms into a completely different nutritional entity with bone-building superpowers. This Dutch cheese begins as simple milk, but undergoes a remarkable transformation during extended aging that creates compounds impossible to find in younger cheeses. The long aging process literally rebuilds the cheese at a molecular level, breaking down complex structures into forms your aging body can use more easily. But what most people miss is how the aging process eliminates lactose while developing beneficial bacteria that create postbiotics. These compounds reduce inflammation and may improve mood through the gut-brain connection. The lactose that causes digestive problems in many seniors gets broken down completely during the 18-month aging process, making this cheese safe for people who normally can't tolerate dairy. The extended aging reveals the presence of vitamin K2, the often missing nutrient that escorts calcium directly to bones instead of allowing it to accumulate in arteries where it causes problems. Studies show higher intakes of vitamin K2 are associated with up to 50% less arterial calcification and significantly stronger bones. A single ounce of aged Gouda provides approximately 75 micrograms of vitamin K2, which is substantial compared to the average weekly intake for most people. Aged Gouda contains concentrated conjugated linoleic acid that can help reduce dangerous belly fat while improving immune function and fighting certain types of cancer. This fatty acid provides benefits that become more important as you age, especially for maintaining healthy weight and strong immunity. The protein breakdown during aging creates easily digestible peptides that don't stress aging digestive systems like fresh dairy products often do. Your body can absorb these smaller protein fragments directly without requiring further digestion, reducing the burden on your stomach while maximizing nutrition absorption. Aged Gouda is essentially a superfood in disguise, providing multiple anti-aging benefits while being gentle on sensitive stomachs. The complex aging process creates a food that actively supports bone health, cardiovascular function, and digestive wellness in ways younger cheeses simply cannot match. The next cheese has been perfected using methods unchanged for nearly 900 years.
8. The 900-year-old recipe for longevity. Authentic Parmigiano-Reggiano is made using methods that haven't changed for nearly 900 years, creating what nutritionists call an edible multivitamin. Picture Italian monks in medieval monasteries, carefully tending to wheels of cheese in cool stone cellars. These religious brothers had no idea they were perfecting one of the most nutritionally complete foods available to modern seniors. They simply followed traditions passed down through generations, unknowingly creating a healing superfood that would benefit aging bodies centuries later. But what most people miss is how this ancient process concentrates nutrients to levels that make modern nutritionists amazed. Nearly 10 grams of complete protein per ounce. That's more protein than you'll find in most meat sources, packed into a single serving of cheese. The 32-month aging process breaks down proteins into smaller compounds called peptides, making them easier for aging digestive systems to absorb and use. The extraordinary calcium content reaches 330 milligrams per ounce, which is more than a glass of milk. Italian researchers discovered that your body absorbs nearly 100% of the calcium from Parmigiano-Reggiano, compared to only 30% from calcium supplements. The cheese contains all 9 essential amino acids in perfect proportion for aging muscle maintenance, helping prevent the muscle loss that threatens independence after 60. Hidden within this ancient cheese are natural casomorphins, peptides that can help reduce anxiety and promote better sleep. These compounds interact with brain receptors, creating a sense of calm and relaxation that addresses 2 major concerns for many seniors. The cheese also contains tyrosine, an amino acid your brain uses to produce dopamine and norepinephrine, keeping you alert and focused. The long aging process naturally eliminates lactose while preserving and concentrating beneficial nutrients that support cognitive function. The lactose converts to lactic acid during maturation, making this cheese safe for people who normally can't tolerate dairy products. This cheese represents nearly a millennium of nutritional wisdom, offering seniors a time-tested path to better health and vitality through foods that have nourished generations before us. The next healing cheese requires specific farming practices that multiply its health benefits.
9. The grass-fed powerhouse that fights disease. Grass-fed raw cheddar contains up to 500% more conjugated linoleic acid than conventional cheddar, creating an anti-inflammatory powerhouse. This cheese represents the perfect marriage of traditional cheesemaking and optimal farming practices, where cows graze on diverse pastures instead of eating grain in concrete feedlots. The difference starts in those green fields where cattle consume over 100 different plant species, each contributing unique compounds that concentrate in their milk and ultimately transform this cheese into medicine. But what most people miss is how the 60-day aging process eliminates harmful bacteria while preserving beneficial enzymes and bacteria that support digestive health. Federal law requires this 60-day minimum aging period for raw milk cheeses, and during this time, the cheese develops protective acids that kill dangerous pathogens while allowing beneficial microorganisms to thrive. The aging process creates an environment hostile to harmful bacteria but friendly to the good ones your gut needs. The grass-fed difference reveals itself in vitamin A content. This cheese provides vitamin A in its most bioavailable form, retinol, which your body can use immediately without conversion. Along with this comes vitamin K2 in the MK4 form, the most potent type for preventing arterial calcification. This specific form of K2 acts like a traffic director, sending calcium to your bones while keeping it out of your arteries where it causes dangerous plaque buildup. The significantly higher levels of omega-3 fatty acids work together with CLA to reduce inflammation throughout aging bodies. These two compounds create a powerful anti-inflammatory team that fights the chronic inflammation linked to heart disease, arthritis, and cognitive decline. Inside this cheese live dozens of strains of beneficial bacteria that support not just digestive health but also boost immunity and may improve mental health through the gut-brain connection. These probiotics produce short-chain fatty acids like butyrate that nourish your colon cells and reduce inflammation throughout your entire body. This cheese provides a complete ecosystem of nutrients and beneficial microorganisms that actively fight age-related diseases from multiple angles. The final healing cheese offers unique benefits for seniors with specific digestive sensitivities.
10. The Gentle Giant for sensitive stomachs. Goat cheese contains proteins and fats structured differently from cow's milk, making it dramatically easier for aging digestive systems to process. Many seniors who struggle with cow's milk dairy find they can enjoy goat cheese without the bloating, gas, or digestive discomfort they've come to expect. After years of giving up their favorite cheese dishes, they discover this gentle alternative that brings dairy back into their lives without the painful consequences. But what most people miss is how goat milk naturally contains less inflammatory casein protein while providing higher levels of easily absorbed minerals like calcium and magnesium. The alpha-S1 casein protein that causes problems in cow's milk exists in much smaller amounts in goat milk. This protein difference explains why people who get stomach cramps from regular cheese can often eat goat cheese without any issues. The calcium in goat cheese absorbs more efficiently than cow's milk calcium, giving your bones better nutrition with less digestive stress. Goat cheese contains medium-chain fatty acids that provide quick energy for aging bodies while supporting brain function and cognitive clarity. These special fats get absorbed and used differently than the long-chain fatty acids in cow's milk. Your body can turn these medium-chain fats into energy within minutes, giving you a mental boost without the digestive burden that often comes with dairy products. The natural probiotic cultures in quality goat cheese help restore beneficial gut bacteria, supporting immune function when seniors need it most. These living cultures improve digestion and overall gut health, which becomes more important as you age. The probiotics can also help reduce inflammation throughout your body. The smaller fat globules in goat cheese require less energy to digest, reducing the digestive burden on aging systems. Your stomach doesn't have to work as hard to break down these smaller fat particles, which means less energy spent on digestion and more energy available for other body functions.
Goat cheese offers a gentle pathway back to dairy enjoyment for seniors who thought they had to give up cheese entirely. These 5 healing cheeses can transform senior health when chosen wisely over processed alternatives. Your cheese choice isn't just about taste. It's a daily decision that either supports healthy aging or quietly undermines it, with the power to add years to your life or steal them away. Every time you reach for cheese, you're making a choice between healing and harm. Share this information with other seniors who deserve to know these hidden truths about their daily food choices. Your family and friends need this knowledge to protect their health. Every trip to the cheese aisle is now an opportunity to choose healing over harm, independence over illness, and vitality over decline.